I can't, like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know, guys. I think they should call and tell them that I can't make it out there. I'm in the hospital. Trying to make it there. My anxiety's so bad. I seriously think I have vascular compression. Everything's just popping and I feel like I don't feel like I can do this. We have like these 17 more hours. Like, I feel like I can't do this.
Well, Caitlin says her husband, Keaton, helps take care of her, but her health has taken a toll on their marriage, and they recently signed divorce papers.
I've been to the hospital at least 140 times in the last 3 months. I started having fears with my health after my mom passed away last year. Am I gonna drop dead? Am I gonna go into cardiac arrest? These are things that go through my mind constantly. I don't trust doctors, but my mom loved Dr. Phil and trusted him, and that's why I wrote in. I've only officially been diagnosed with POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. But I feel like I'm suffering from multiple sclerosis, angina, heart palpitations, supraventricular tachycardia, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, vascular compression, blood clots, brain tumors.
My wife, Caitlin, was happy, spontaneous, easygoing. Now she goes to the hospital 5 times a week.
I've had 40 x-rays, 17 CTs, 68 EKGs, and 64 troponins, all in the last few months. Every time I have a headache, I'm absolutely convinced that it's an aneurysm and I go to the hospital.
She will get discharged from the hospital and walk right back in, insisting there's still an issue. The doctors are brushing it off as anxiety, but I do believe there's something actually wrong.
I was a lead medical assistant at an OB/GYN's office. Now I'm unable to work because I'm riddled with anxiety and depression.
She just sits at home.
I don't want to do anything that's going to even potentially trigger a faster heart rate. I'm terrified to get pregnant. I'm terrified to have to go through labor. I sleep with my blood pressure cuff and my pulse oximeter to make sure my heart rate's good, oxygen's good. I also have an implantable loop recorder.
I don't feel like we are married. We haven't been intimate.
We don't have sex because my heart rate increases so much. My husband and I have signed divorce papers, but we have not gotten to the point of turning them in yet.
I slept in a bed with another female, but I didn't have sex. And
while I was in the hospital, let's not
yes,
forget that.
I want to try and gain your trust back.
You marry someone for sickness and in health. He wanted to be there for the health, but not the sickness.
Just super overwhelmed and anxieties through the roof.
Why ask her? Let her speak for herself, if you would.
My anxiety's just through the roof right now. Just like super high heart rate, and even though like I know it's my anxiety, like with my POTS, it just reacts. Like it's not like I have a choice, or like my heart just caps out at like 130s, like I'll hit 160s, 170s, 180s, and then I just lose consciousness because it's just like my anxiety just rolls right into my POTS. It's like a never-ending cycle of just this torment, because if it's not my anxiety, it's my POTS.
Tell me what we have here.
So this is my mom. I'm not trying to get emotional, but she has always wanted to meet you. This is as close as I could get her to you.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, she's in ash form.
Yeah. And your mom passed away when?
July 15th.
I'm very sorry for your loss. And she was a big fan, right?
Yeah.
She always wanted to come on the show?
Yeah.
And so this is...
the best I could do.
Yeah. Well, I'm, again, sorry for your loss, but understand the sentimental aspect of bringing her in this form. That's understandable. Didn't mean to cut you off before, but I wanted her to speak for herself. Glad you're here. You were going through some numbers on your tape piece. You've been to the hospital 168 times?
Yes, sir.
In the last, what?
About 3 months.
Last 3 months?
Yes, sir.
And what do you do when she's doing all that?
Sometimes I go to the hospital with her if I'm not at work. And sometimes I miss up to 2 weeks a month at work because I'm at the hospital with her.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.